This is going to be my short review on the Harbor Freight motorcycle carrier. I've seen some reviews, I guess back in the day. This under here used to be aluminum, and it was really rickety and prone to breakage. They've clearly fixed that. I build stuff for a living, and this is one of the more impressive things from Harbor Freight that I've seen. For 125 bucks, and you can use your 20% off coupon on it. It's well worth the money. It's very well built. Doesn't require a whole lot of assembly. A couple of nuts and bolts, 13 millimeters, I think. The only thing that the instructions are unclear about is these parts here that they call stabilizers. Now, when I was assembling it on my living room floor, it seemed as though this bolt that they gave me was way too long, and so but once I slid this thing into the hitch, I figured that this is how they were meant to be used, and it just prevents that twisting motion, and they work really well. So if you're assembling it and you find that you've got the bolt doesn't allow these things to sandwich this like it looks like the instructions are trying to tell you, that's because it's designed to be used like this. There are 3 of these guys here. They serve a couple of purposes. Basically, there's 3 holes there, but only you're supposed to use 2 of the pins, whichever ones work best for your bike, and 1 up here. And the idea is that when your front tire drops down in here, the pin slides in like between your spokes, and then your tire and rim are sitting down here. Well, in my case, the rim just doesn't sit down quite far enough to allow the pin to go all the way through. But if it's secured properly, you don't really need that. I think that's just more of a safety thing, liability thing for them, so that there's no physical way that your bike can come off this, even if the straps let go or whatever. So I don't even use that front one. And the idea here is that you do the same thing, but with whatever position, based on the wheelbase of your bike, works best. But I just leave these 2 in, so there's not a big gaping hole there when I'm trying to run the front tire up and back. And the other thing is these wheel clamps here. Not a bad idea. They work well. My truck is just a little truck, and so I was scraping this thing everywhere, and I was checking it out when I took my bike off. And with these things off, as long as it's strapped good and you're secure, you're using good quality straps and you know how to strap a motorcycle, these are superfluous. Not a bad idea, but I probably won't even take the time to spin them in the future. I might just take them off. I don't know. I think it's more of just an insurance and liability thing from the manufacturer. But anyhow, highly recommended. 5 stars.